Photos. I'd like to apologize for my last videos. I didn't realize just how much I was rambling, and how little of it made any sense. I suppose one never does until you get to hear yourself. But, yes, anyway, so today we shall be running Nightmare Dungeons for Omnisite. We will be running Infernal Hordes for Omnisite. And, yeah, we'll just keep doing that. I'll try not to ramble too much. Dear me, I suppose I haven't had a long talk in a while. I did some experimenting since we last saw each other. Different amulets, and none of them proved very worthwhile. It was most likely caused by the fact that Isidora's whatever overflowing cameo is just simply so synergistic, so jacked in stats. I've decided from here on out till January 21st I shouldn't really do any more tinkering with the build itself. I believe this is the final form Aralyn will take. Let's see, all in order, all right. And of course, we shall do opal. We shall do elixir. And we shall do incense. However, I have made the discovery. I have changed gloves. These gloves I was experimenting with, I believe, last time we saw each other. It turns out, if you make your Frost Nova your enchantment and you put these gloves on, it greatly increases the amount of frozen orbs. If you put the frozen orb enchantment with these gloves, it greatly increases the amount of frozen orbs that you can cast by by casting lightning, which makes up for the loss in the chill factor and freeze factor that you would lose by not using Frostburn. And it also increases the lucky hit chance. Well, I believe that's what's proccing the frozen orb, is the 42% lucky hit chance. Jeez Louise. And then, of course, there's this ability. Attacks randomly deal 1% to 300% of their normal damage. I don't know if that's a good and bad thing. If on some of my attacks I only deal 1%, of course it can't be. I would notice that, I believe. Yeah, so it's not that part isn't so much important, but the 40% lucky hit chance is important. And something that confuses me is that when I look on the enchantment of Frozen Orb, it doesn't seem to indicate that this is a lucky hit triggered event. It seems it's just whenever you cast an all-basic skill. Yet, let me show you what I found. Now, this is with the gloves. Oh, and we're in Torment 2. Yes. I figure this is the most practical way to farm. And then when I want a challenge, when I'm ready, we'll go to Torment 3. It seems to be about... it is in line with the 30%, isn't it? Because it's... So a 30% should be roughly 1 out of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Running out of mana. And I went back to the Oculus. I can't give it up. This is my wand. The wand of Aralyn is the Oculus. Oh, it's not proccing like it was before. Maybe I was wrong about that. I do believe, however, the lucky hit chance increases the amount of times that I will produce crackling energy from a non-lightning skill. Oh no, a lightning skill. Chain lightning's already at 30%. Let's see. Back this way, it seems. Oh. Oh, I do miss lightning Nova. It's just staple of Diablo 2, the Novas. Frost Nova, Lightning Nova, Poison Nova. I assume we found something? Yes. I remember being very impressed with the aesthetics of the Fallen Temples, of the Triune Temples. It reminded me of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It gave me that vibe, very viscerally. This is a similar idea to Indiana Jones. You go in the dungeon to find the treasure. So. We're too late. Yeah. And I have two sources of lightning nova, the crackling energy amulet, Isidora's... Oh, I should... You know, that thing. The amulet. It essentially creates a lightning nova. And so does the Oculus. Well, so does teleport. Teleport. One of its functions is lightning nova, so... There's still ways to execute it. But of course, there's still no way to execute Arcane Orb. Although I have decided that Frozen Orb is most like Arcane Orb, not Fireball. Did I miss it? Own experience, well. Oh, shame. So it doesn't seem to be shocking. Interesting.
It's locked.
Yep. You know, it would help if I had a chance to freeze step. I think that would help alleviate the absence of the force burden. How you would say that? Revis? 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 Well, Revis? I guess we'll never know. Highly satisfying. Well, I actually need the well. It is fun on Torment 2 as well. Torment 3, it was becoming difficult in certain areas. I still couldn't beat an infernal horde. But here everything is so rhythmic and flowing. Not a lot of impediments. Which that can get boring as well. But when all you want is Opticite, I think it's fine. And there we are. And how much Opticite did that glean us? Not a lot. I think we're averaging about 300 per dungeon. You gotta explore territory. Yes. Some over here to the right. Strange. Devotees of the primevals would be so quick to join Lilith. Odd. Perhaps there are many disillusioned and try and... It is a duplicitous faith, after all. Triplicitous. Nope, I guess that's it. Let's see, what did we find? I've come across this. It is so tempting to want to put it on, just so because it's a unique ring. It does have a wonderful critical strike chance and a lucky hit chance.
You welcome me when no one else would.
Yes, very honor. But it lowers the attack power so much that it just becomes null and void. I wonder if you would have any suggestions. Maybe this is the best ring to wear. Maybe the only important thing is the critical strike chance, of course. But you see the damage difference. It's because I front load both of these and the masterworkings with increased damage percentage, which as far as I can tell is the best stat to increase overall damage. It makes sense. It's a little boring, but there you have it. And I'm not even sure I should be wearing this ring. I'm just so bored of the rings. I want a new ring. Bored of the rings. This was what I was experimenting with yesterday. It never really panned out. Though I found this amulet is actually the best one. I had an amulet that was, when I found it, it probably had a star. But it was not as good. The chance to proc the unique aspect was much lower. And its star was that you got 18% resistance to all elements instead of 10. And maybe that's worth it. I couldn't see that it was. So I've decided this. So maybe it's not very wise to just throw away anything that's not a star. It really depends, especially on the uniques, I think. What is the percentage and the damage output of its unique aspect? It probably is the only thing that truly matters. It's the same in the case of the oculus. Although that was its star, was its contribution to teleport. So, yes, I probably should. Oh, no, what is this ring? My goodness. Finally get to get rid of that ring. Oh no, it's this one. Silly me. All the silver tethered rings look the same. There's not much difference, is there? The ring's still better. And critical strike chances are exactly the same. I'm going to get rid of it, I think. I think so. Let's just see. Am I missing something? It's vulnerable. There needs to be a cooldown reduction. Oh, definitely need to change the aspect on that, of course.
Just say, lady. Just say, lady, who? Okay, lady.
You know, and I couldn't quite tell if the imprint of the frozen orb aspect, frozen orbit, which it doesn't orbit at all, if that is having an effect on the enchantment. And I don't think it is. I believe the distinction to tell whether or not your enchantment will be affected by any aspects that you apply is if the enchantment actually makes a cast of the skill, or if it simply generates that skill. I believe there's the wording there. There's wording there. It either casts or it. I don't know the word they would use besides cast, but they do. They sometimes leave that word out, that distinction out. It's not cast. It's procced, basically. Which, of course, they are all procced, but some of them you used to lose mana, I believe. I wondered if I should be putting any more focus on attack speed as well. So here, bottom refill. Yes, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. 30 ball button. Oh, whoops. For better purpose.
There's a... Are you sure? Fortune awaits.
Yeah, not worth it. So good stats to get naturally. I'm going to probably wouldn't come close to what I started out with on this one. But it definitely doesn't.
If you want work done, let's get started.
Oh, possibly the lightning spear. What one was the frozen orbit? Goodness, I need to order DoorDash. Didn't realize how hungry I had gotten. Oh, and I forgot, I was going to read a poem before we started. It's a good way to get things going, in a direct and focused way, like a prayer. I thought it fitting because the poem was called The Wanderer. Isn't that fitting? It's what everyone calls us. I don't like it. But it's growing on me, I guess. I didn't like it at first. Very good. Alright. Before we start the next Nightmare Dungeon, I'll share it with you. It's only 110 lines. That's not very long, if you don't. If that sounds long to you, it's not very long. It's about maybe a paragraph. If you stretched it all out, normal sentence structure. Or paragraph structure.
Well, let's have a look.
Yes, pardon. Yes, I don't think I will try to do that. If we don't have that, we should.
Splendid result.
And the Q applies additional vulnerable damage, yes? Yes, that's what we want. However... really should invest in chance to freeze. Split screen time reduction. Right. I think we'll be able to do that. Very well. However, there's one other way we could do it. There it is. Mystical Frostnova. I'm not sure what's so mystical about it, although I suppose anything that I do, in a sense, is mystical. In the terms of mystery or magic. I'm so sorry. No, I won't go into it. I'm not going to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. It's just... Yes, mystical, a term... A term which actually does have a correlation to actual sex in all world religions, it seems. It's been classified as a experiential knowledge of the divine. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's not a lot of offering. No, it's not a lot of offering. I could probably do that. Let's see, what to replace it with. No. Probably shouldn't do that one. Should probably be this one. No, let's try this one. I think cooldowns are fast enough as is. There we go. What now? Fristical. Goodness. Mystical Frostnova. Look how perfect my brain flips something around. And I didn't do that. I couldn't do that, probably, if I tried. Very interesting. Do I do anything with regards to the mind? Or do I simply live under the illusion that I do anything with the mind, as the mind? Oh, damn it. No, yes. I believe I put in the wrong one. I better look at that. Lucky little accident. See what I mean? The thing I did not mean to do is the thing I ought to have done. The thing I meant to do. The thing I ought not to have done. I suppose we will place the Dark Shroud in. Yeah. I think it has to be a... No, anyway, one more thing before we get started. I'm going to keep my rambling concise. I don't consider it rambling, though, if I'm reading. They're two different things. If I'm rambling while reading this, it's really the man who wrote it that's rambling. You can't really blame me for that, except I did read it, of course. It is for mood and for focus. Right? We could all use more of that. Oh, no. This is an Old English poem. This was only in an anthology known as the Exeter Book. It comprises of 115 lines. I'm sorry, I said 110. Anyway, here we are. So, the lonely wanderer prays often for compassion and for mercy from Lord God, but for a long time destiny decrees that with a heavy heart he must dip his oars into icy waters, working his passage over sea. He must follow the path of exile. Ooh, a little name dropping there. Fate is inexorable. The wanderer's mind moved upon adversity and savage slaughter and the ruin of kinsmen. He said, time and again, at the day's dawning, I must mourn all my afflictions alone. There is no one still living to whom I dare open the doors of my heart. I have no doubt that it is a noble habit for a man to bind fast all his heart's feelings with silence, whatever his impulse, his inclinations. Some sound advice for me as well. The weary in spirit cannot withstand fate. Nothing comes of rankling resentment. For this reason, any man ambitious for renown confines his unhappiness to his own heart. So ever since I covered my gold friend with dark clods of earth, I have had to keep my thoughts to myself. And this despite my grief, cut off from free kinsmen so far away from my own dear country. For I left that land, ploughed the icy waters with winter in my heart. In utter dejection I journeyed far and wide, hunting for the hall of a generous gold-giver, for a man who would welcome me into his mead-hall, give me good cheer, for I boasted no friends, entertain me with delights. He who has experienced it knows what a cruel companion sorrow can be. To any man who has few loyal friends, for him are the ways of exile, if no wise twisted gold. For him is a frozen body, in no wise the fruits of the earth. He remembers how retainers, and how in his youth he had taken treasure from the hands of his gold friend after the feast. Those joys have all vanished. A man who lacks advice for a long while from his lord and friend lives thus in his loneliness. In restless sleep he dreams that he clasps and kisses his lord, and lays hands and head on his lord's knee, just as he had done in the past. All right. Well, a little different than I thought it was going to be. I liked it though. All right. The opal, elixir, and incense. Very good, very good. Oh me, oh my. I'm so hungry. Excuse me for one moment.
Okay, lady.
Almost dropped my remote again. The left analog stick. It's going bad. Right. I'm sorry, you might hear me chewing. I suppose I could mute it.
Blessings, stranger. I can still fight.
Thank you!
I'm not done yet. Let's make them pay.
Alright. I do apologize for the delay. Two things happened at once. A co-worker called, and I will call her back. And DoorDash arrived. And I couldn't find my gate light. My data light, I couldn't find it. Right, is it... Oh, it's still not clear, huh? Right, where to go? Yes, the analog stick is giving out. It's sort of a wandering eye problem. I'll just be standing there and all of a sudden, whoop, off you'll go to the left. Ah, well, okay. That area is now accounted for. It seems we can move forward. Now, I really should apply that primary resource full equals X amount of damage aspect. I really think it would speed things up. At this point, in Torment 2. Look at that. There. Yeah, let them take care of it. Not quick enough. Right, and How much obdicite did we glean this time? Wow, more than 300. Much more, it seems. Although I don't remember checking it after the last dungeon we did as well. And 2 infernal compasses. They're both tin waves. Right. Right. We are done, yes. Yes. Just make sure, nice quick sweep. Make sure we didn't. Oh, look at this. Oh, we've missed something very important. I predict, nay, decree, that in this treasure room there shall be found an item of indispensable worth to the rest of our journey. Oh, look, and 3 obdicite. Overkill. What is this? I didn't see any worms the entire time we were here. Did I? I don't think I did. I don't know. His arms are rather worm-looking. I think those are tendrils, though, not worms. Don't get too close. No. Oh, I see. It holds it open, but for a little while? There we go. Maybe the helmet has something very special about it. Or maybe not. Nope. Crap. Crap. Yes. 140%. That is interesting. What is it on a regular staff? Oh, it does have good stance. And it increases critical strike chance. That's the one I should be using. It's a 34% increase in critical chance. The only thing is though, I don't believe I found this from the treasure box. I think I picked it up somewhere else. Oh well, alright. Can't win them all. Technically, the prediction was it would be in the treasure room, not necessarily from the treasure chest. But whatever, just wishful thinking. Some wish turned to hopes, turned to prayers, and then turned to reality. And some do not. One last clean sweep. This thing. And I think we're done. Kurast is a bit different from the last time I visited. They have those Brazilian pan flutes now. You know, they're everywhere. I just can't help but hear them. You know, you'd always see them at public gatherings. There'd be a group of people from Brazil playing the pan flutes, and they could play "My Heart Will Go On." Well, anyway, I think there's some of those here. Because I hear pan flute a lot. It's really good too. They're very good. Very good. First, let's tinker with this ring. So, I actually don't mind losing the lucky hit chance for damage. I think that would be ideal. Anyway, it'll be up to snuff for the rest of this. That is pretty good though. And why do I? Because of it's really because of the aspect. Yeah, let's just break it down and put it on the ring. And we'll keep the staff though. Unless that's a pretty normal damage range for the aspect itself, for the imprint. Now, let's go to blacksmith first.
Wasn't too hard. You look like you've seen battle.
Let's see. Maybe we can upgrade some things before we start. What needs the most? What is the lowest item? Anything with the triangle, it seems. Is there anything with the least amount of triangles? The armor. Yes, the armor. Wow. I don't recall what it was before. It still didn't make my life peak over 5,000. But... oh well. It's still good. I could keep going. Alright, let's take note of all aspects. See what 5% of 1,240 looks like. Oh dear, a million gold. That's quite expensive. Oh, the souls. You see, I didn't mean to do that. It was done for me. Very, very nice. Well done. So, I'll take the ring. Oh, I already made it crackling energy. Need that. Don't necessarily need the crackling energy. I do quite a lot of damage with it. I don't know how effective this is as well, but it does reduce teleport's cooldown by 2.3 seconds. That is very valuable. Yeah, we'll just switch it to this, see if we notice a difference. Let's see. We'll do it this way. I believe it's this one, yes. No.
True power is a terrible thing.
No. You probably didn't have true power then. Probably the correct term is looking for is awesome, and not in the present or modern use of the word, but in its original. I suppose it's the original use. So you break down the word awesome, it's the same beginning as the word awful. So, not that that means anything necessarily, but it is more of a so powerful it's scary kind of thing. You know, like you're on a bridge and watching a hurricane, and for a moment, you know, what you see in that moment. It is certainly powerful. It is awesome, though. It is terrifyingly powerful. That's probably what he means about his critique of power. Well, I think we're ready. Oh, well, boss, he's almost dead. Yeah. He's dead. Maybe
It
not.
seems we're leaving.
Very honest. Sometimes humming makes you go faster, I don't know why. Got to do it, got to kill these things. These world bosses. It must be done. Poor horse, he's tired. It's alright. I'll walk from here. Is it, it's dead already, yes. Was it spawning? Is it, yes. It's just spawning. I don't know how to understand map symbols, it seems. Nor how to find the Infernal Horde. I thought it was somewhere around down here. It's in Chaldean, isn't it? Damn. Now you've got me. But Chaldean is down here. Well, no, it's... Where is it? Oh, it's from here. So then, Infernal Horde. Oh dear. I'm confused. I'm sure it's just me being really dumb, but I thought that's where it was. Wait, what's this? No. You think you know where you are and where you're going. And you find you didn't even know where you came from. It's got to be one of these, doesn't it? Yeah? Ah, yeah, here we are. Oh. This man's ready for it. Look at his shadow warriors. They stand ready. Did he make the fog pit, or is that the monster? It's probably the monster. Maybe it also made these things. Maybe he just did the traps. Anyway. Back to looking at the map. Cross-eyed. And yes. Infernal Horde is very hard to find today. Yeah? No. It's somewhere around here. Maybe it's not in Chaldean. I sure thought it was. It has to be in Chaldean. The gate to hell is in Chaldean. I wonder what I'm doing wrong. I did click on one, yes? I thought I did. I can't fucking find it. Oh my god! That wasn't there before. I was right, it is in Chaldean. You all saw that, didn't you? Maybe it just has a dungeon icon now. I always thought it had a special icon. I'm curious. Alright, here comes the litmus test. I predict it will be well. Collecting a lot of crackling energy. Whatever this is. Now, I'm a little confused with this part. I'm trying to get as many as possible inside the circle, then kill them, or not kill them and kill the spire first. Or killing them makes the spire die. I don't know. I could Google it. It'd take me 2 seconds, but... Mystery is the spice of life. And also, the main ingredient in stupidity. B+1. I like this one. We have 10, the second wave.
You fight to live.
Yeah, there we are. Pull them in, pull them in. Yeah, that one. There's a lot more. There's another one right here. Alright, that's the one. Well, not exactly raking in the aether, are we? +1. Neither fins too. Oh, soul spiders. I believe there's more of these than there ever are soul spiders. So. I forget, but start the clock with one. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it said +2. It didn't drop anything. I think that the critical strike chance increase on the imprint is working. Let's see, on wave 4 at 76. Looks like we're doing about 13? We're averaging 13? No, I think it's got to be more than that. I don't want to do math right now. I don't think that one. Just if you wait long enough. Oh. I don't know, they won't let me in the spire. It's gonna get rather poisony around here. Oh, get back there! You're not, I got to sign. Look at that. Oh, look who it is. Great. He's a big time waster, that's all he is. Lots of things. Make it. Let's take care of the rest of this riffraff. It can just be us. Yes, I forgot about his hook. I am tired. Why not? It probably means I've increased their damage by 55%, 105%. yes. Although this one is multiplicative. I'm not killing him fast enough, not that much difference. It only gave me one. You know, it was also pointed out to me that I should always try and lower my voice, because I am of the male persuasion. Biologically. And I do believe it's right. A lower voice conveys confidence. A higher voice conveys anxiety. I don't know if this sounds good or just forced, so... But I'm trying. No, I was often mistaken for a woman, most of the time, when I'm in a drive-thru or calling 911. I get called ma'am a lot. Even when I'm standing in front of them. Which is fine, that's fine. Women are stronger, in some cases, than men anyway. Especially with the whole birth thing. I hope I don't get cancelled for these things I say. Please, don't. Well, whatever. Just waiting for a critical hit. Is it? You have to kill them? Oh. Oh, that's that. Yeah, that's that. Again with the butcher. Oh, he wants a round too. He feels cheated. Poor fellow. You'll have to wait your turn. You're certainly not cutting in line. Oh, he refuses. I said, wait. That's alright. Alright, fine, we'll take it now. Mash him. Now he's running away. Oh, yeah. Now he interrupted my game. Twice now. Was that something I selected? Did I? That's one of the things I did, I think. One of the booms or curses I chose. It was interesting, the TV just flickered in and out. The controller is waning. And there's a problem with the video connection, it seems. Maintenance is very important, and so is cherishing your items. Cherishing. To cherish is to care for, to protect, to enjoy, and be grateful for. Leads are unstoppable. Let's see if he comes. Butcher man. Meat man. Oh, that one dropped a lot. Oh dear, oh no. Oh. I thought I was stuck. Oh, I am, this man. This guy.
We shall deliver judgment.
You know, this is probably too much information, but my butthole looks just like one of these. The resemblance is uncanny. Interesting thing about the council. It always seems that Gelid of the Flame seems to be the last one standing. I believe this is because he runs away most of the time. Of course, in hell, all vices are virtue. That is old Gelid the Flame. Is he not here? Oh, should I? No, he's here. There you are. My favourite of the Feral Council. Yeah. Seems I'm going to prove myself wrong. Heavens of Betsy. Granola bars, they give you a lot of gas. Well, maybe that was a demon. They get stuck in there sometimes. Ishmael. Where's Galen? Oh, if you insist. No. Is it worth it to try and do the items and then the object site? I'll just load all 395 into the object site chest. I counted when I did my leftover, I got 4 batches of 40, I believe it was. 40? Was it 20? I can't remember. It was just 4. I did one on 200, and I think I got 6. Let's see how many I get. Yes, that was much better. Oh no, that's right, it was 80. 80 is how much you get. I have too much of that. I do not understand the value of this. It kind of irritates me when I read it. Like, so you just made a basic skill cost mana. And you double their damage. Or 0.5 it. I don't like that at all. How much does lightning? How much does chain lightning cost? Just on its own. And it's too much. Hang on. 35 mana. It almost costs as much as 1 chain lightning. And you say you're gonna 0.5 the damage output on this. Right? Let's say if it was, looks like it goes about 1,000 a point. So you wrote it up to 5, it would be 14,000. Double it, that's 28,000. It costs 25 mana. Oh, I guess it's kind of good. Maybe very good, because this has an extra 2 points in it. I still don't like it. Let's give me that damage increase, though. Well, I shouldn't complain.
We leave nothing standing.
It was beautiful, Beriana. You see what I mean about her? She doesn't mince words. But she does on occasion mince mouths. I can't, oh, yes, of course. Let's see if we can do, well, hold on. Really should be the rings first. Oh, I can't.
Come back if you need work.
Oh dear. I have... no. Well. Isn't there someone who can crafting materials? Is the alchemist? Oh, this isn't Kiev shop. This is Kiev shop. Yes. Where's the bloody alchemist? I don't see it. Can't be right. It's alright.
That's good. So anything breaks, the forge is hot. Huh.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to eat my spaghetti. But it doesn't take me long, I eat very fast. I can think when I do so. Alrighty. All well and done. I feel much better. Yeah. Well, we shall continue. So we're at how much of the site? 1500. Let's just do another Infernal Horde. Alright. Note to self. It's right there. Sorry. Oh, that probably hurt. Oh. This is terrible. Sounds funny. Come on. Plenty of time, plenty of room. I didn't even give one. You must not understand what I'm really supposed to be doing here. Alright, here's the Soul Spire. It has a circle, and as soon as to get these things inside it. Didn't kill it before the enemies? Maybe? Look. I went into my higher register. It's not attractive. Too late. I think the +2 laser. Close enough. I think this is the right. That definitely proves they've got to be in the circle. Falling behind. Really should have doubled that. The third one.
You still believe in victory?
This is a nice guy. I wonder if we get his son. Can we kill him, right? That's so funny. That's what I did last time, I'm almost positive. I chose that one. He didn't want to be dealt with immediately. He's good at getting you in a corner. Now this is not running away. This is called kiting. All in one. Kite. Oh. He has an anti-kiting device. Oh my god. Please excuse me. Oh, no, oh no. Oh dear, he finally got his revenge, it seems. He made me go in my higher register. Seems that's the same impulse as a scream. It was rather close there for a bit. No? Maybe. This one. Should be. Yes. I think I figured out this one. Never cast anything unless your mana's full. Yeah. You know. Oh dear. I wasted so much time. I'm going to barely hit 200 of that. Just stand there. Good thing we picked that option. Good for the item. Yeah, that goes this one. Digestion is hard. Now that is the down draw. Yeah, your evade is a mystery, more mystical than Frost Nova. But it comes in handy more than it doesn't. Spin, Hellborn. Explode. Speed. I guess that one. I thought the Spirit Mass was supposed to fall. Beginning of the round mode. I guess it's just the round, that round. Post choosing the boom curse. dear. Movement speed, so as far as twice that. Yes, I'm gonna make that mistake again. Twice that. We kill them with that.
Abomination! Spawn of living! You shall burn for nothing!
So it's going to give me 2. It's not as bad. How many was up from third now? Good, I'm guaranteed 15. What's down there? Is it just... It looks like that's a skull, right? Face down there? So people. So... their bodies. Wian. I'm sure that's how you say it. Wian. Interesting. I've never heard that name before. Was he one of the others? The Diablo 2? He must be. I wasn't really noticing names back here. I would make it a point to kill Gillen first. Clever girl. Where you bullet? Why is he telling me to shush? This isn't a moment of vulnerability. This isn't a moment of vulnerability on my part. I shouldn't be saying shh. But I don't. Because that's creepy. Only serial killers say shh while they kill you. Or, maybe... infanticide mothers? Maybe... a serial killer is also a librarian? No. An executionist is also a librarian. Interesting thing to think about. What are the different types of people and scenarios that would require you to go shh before you kill someone? Obviously there's the main one, because you're killing them and you don't want them to make a sound, but asking them to be quiet really isn't the best way. I'm pretty sure they won't comply. Or maybe they will. There was that interesting case of the man who put an ad in the paper, I believe it was in Germany, to eat another man, and he got a lot of responses of people who wanted him to eat them. And so he finally chose a worthy candidate. I bet he said shh. While he was killing him, I bet he went shh. He poisoned him first, and then cut him up and ate him. So, oh no, of course. And then there's a love, sitting in your bed by your dear loved one's bedside. Like, and cross over, they're afraid of death. In that instance too, though you're not killing them, hopefully. You can say, shh. That sound is a very interesting sound. Very calming sound. It's also the first sound in the word shark, and sharp, and shot, and shocked. Also, violent starting words. It's interesting, isn't it? Of course, there's lots of peaceful ones too. The word Shiloh. Isn't that a beautiful word? Shiloh. I love the word, the name, the place. Shiloh, Shalom. Shiloh, Shalom, ocean. Look, it's in the middle, ocean. Shore, ocean, shore. Look, there's a lot of the sh in there, which makes sense because the ocean is always kind of making that sh noise. Anyway.
Ready for a massacre.
Chroniqua. I know an incredible accountant named Chroniqua. Do you think it's too slutty? I mean, it does have a practical purpose. Because I am warping her into a state of pure plasma in and out, it's constantly coming through me. It's really hard to be comfortable in anything that doesn't have a lot of holes in it. And this is actually sort of plated leather. There's a lot of conductive metal coming off the ends to sort of help. Yes, but it is always interpreted the wrong way. I never meant it to be a sort of eye-catching thing. It's simply, I get hot. I get very hot. All that lightning. I think I'll keep it. At least I'm not wearing the pants. Have you seen the pants? Oh dear, look at this. What would Mother say about that? There's even this one. It's kind of nice. This one, I won't know, yes. No, too long. It's simple, I like it. Yes, that one's quite nice as well. Oh, this one. I actually kind of like this one, you know. In many cultures, men wear skirts. They're not called skirts. They have different names. They're very comfortable. It's more of a leisure outfit, of course. In some places, it is a garment of distinction. Yes. Let's try it. Let's try it. It will help with the you know, being hot and all that. Right, very well. Okay. Yes, I love blue and gold. Oh yes, it feels much better. No, these men. I knew. Are they, what was that rascal fellow? The one that died so easily after talking so much. I think they're part of his crowd. Maybe they're just Cathedral of Light. They all look burnt though, so I think it's probably him. Which reminds me, I think there's some unfinished business, I believe, somewhere in this part of the world. Something about... Yes, yeah. We need to wrap that up. Like before. So my job is late. Oh wow. That's a lot. Alright. Do we need...
Father bless. What do you need?
Well, if this goes up one more...
That there is worth the coin.
Oh no. Are we so low on those veiled crystals? Got a smoothie 3 days ago now. I'm just now getting to drinking it.
Come back if you need work.
So, if this can go up... Oh, that's right. Damn veiled crystals. Yeah, I will find some. There we go. You know, thinking of the Failed Council, I believe they were men at one time, religious men, very high station, who each one by one, or all together at the same time, corrupted by Mephisto's soul stone, and then one of their arms got bigger than the other one, and all the complications from that, you know. Downwind, you end up running a fighting championship in hell, and looking like that. Let's see. I completely forgot all about them. I feel terrible. When I left, and this was probably 2 weeks ago now, the man was in some sort of the binding device where they put your head and wrists through. Very uncomfortable. He said he was fine. I even offered to get him out, and he said, "Oh no, you'll just get caught too." I don't think he's very aware of our capabilities, but I didn't want to belittle him. You see. Sometimes being polite is right. So I left him there. But I'm sure he's fine. I guarantee when I get there, he'll still be in his little... I wish I knew what that thing is called. It's not a guillotine, although it's kind of like a guillotine. It just doesn't have the blade part. Right.
Once I get started, I can't be stopped.
So true, Variana. So true. Can't or won't? Sometimes can't is won't and won't is can't. Be real sure. And if he can't, then why not? And if he won't, then why not? It must have been the hell time to just receive it. I should have known that. Not in a hell tide. Let's go check on Mr. Oh no. You see what I'm talking about though? I don't know what those are called, but he was definitely in it last time, and he wasn't a puddle of blood and gore. Of course, that might not be his. It could be someone else's. Yeah. If only they had kept him in the cage, maybe they'd had better luck. Whatever did that to him. Of course, again, we don't know whose gore that is. You know, it's very circumstantial at this point. Maybe he broke out and made someone else explode. I wish I could remember what these are called. They're not guillotines. Oh no, I'll have to Google it. I think the first thing I will try to classify it as is a medieval restraint. Torture devices. No, not exactly. Oh dear. That's an awful, awful thing. The brazen bull.
That's the sound of your life.
The bronze bull.
Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out.
Oh.
Life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz
No.
driving is drunk driving.
It's true.
Drive buzz.
Even if you're pulled over and you blow under the legal limit, they'll most likely still give you a DUI.
That associated with Robin Hood.
Yes. Of course, it's understandable. It costs $3 billion, the state of Texas alone, every year. Damage caused by drunk driving. Why does it keep giving me torture devices? I said restraint devices. Oh, yeah, here we go. Head and restraint device. Yes, it looks just like that. Well, no, not exactly. Those look like shackles. I didn't know it was going to be this hard. No, that's a hospital term. List of methods of torture. Yes. Right, so now wooden restraint Two-headed hands, thank you. Oh, yes. It's called a pillory. It's used to punish people by public humiliation. So it was a torture device. Well, he didn't seem very humiliated when last time I talked to him. He was just worried about his friends. It was quite odd. They found a plant, some kind of mushroom or herb, an addictive substance. The entire regiment then decided that they would consecrate the substance and make it part of their rites, rituals, their Zakharum faith. And they all went mad. He was the only sane one left, and they put him in the pillory. So, and now he's gone. I really wish he would have let me get him out. But no, but let's not get him.
No! Stop, please!
Oh. It might have been him. But that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Kind of an improvement over the last one. I feel terrible if... You know, because maybe I should have just...
I've noted your refusal to cooperate. Let your screams carry your soul to hell. An interloper, kill them!
Oh. Interloper, am I? There we go. It's, alright. Oh, hot. Okay. Well, I don't think it's a mercy saving him at this point. Oh, it's him. Oh.
Find Marzan at the Seared Revelation camp. He knows the way. He took Karov.
Well, I bet after he saw me dispatch all those people, he wished he would have let me get him out. You must always respect a person's wishes, and if they tell you they wish something that they don't really wish, then that's on them. There, I feel much better about it now. Cut off. The Seared Revelation camp. That doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound like reassignment. It sounds like sending you off to the wolves. Yeah. At least he died, knowing that we were going to handle it. It's still not clear if that's his gore and blood, though. Looks like we're going to camp. It's not too far from here. Interesting. One skill point has been unlocked. I got a skill point? I love skill points. Far too little of them, if you ask me. Right. They should make it like a homing attack, like Sonic's homing attack, where you just pop, 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 pop. It kind of is that. Just you can't. Let's see. What if let's target one?
It's a fight you want.
I was just facing that direction. Maybe it's better than homing attack, because you still have to have some skill and aim. Do you eat the snake people, belly or not? I mean, that does make sense. But you don't eat people, no. Just snake people. Of course, they're not very people-like. I think it would be fair to just say eat snakes. Which is fine. Delicacy in some parts of the world, I think. Interestingly enough, it brings to mind Indiana Jones again. That idea of eating snakes. They got into a lot of flack. The Indian government and citizens didn't appreciate them being portrayed in such a light. Of course, they were a bad cult. That's the only reason they were eating baby snakes out of the belly of its mother. That was the only reason they're doing it. Furthermore, the continent, or the country of India, although it's a continent too, is largely vegetarian. So it is rather misleading representation. Here we go. Well, this looks promising. I know what to note.
Oh, is that so? And just who might you... Well, I recall you from Faith's Torch. Sadly, an audience with Karov isn't within my power. He found my writings not to his liking. Truth be told, he nearly had me killed over their contents. Maybe there is a way for you to speak with him, huh? Maybe you'll usher me back into his good graces. Yes, I can see it now.
I doubt it.
Karov doesn't suffer fools. He branded me with that wonderful slogan right here on my arm. If I'm going to take you to him, you must be worth it. No sense in risking my life just to end up as some petty battlement trophy.
Well, this man
Clear the arena of these would-be warriors, and I'll take you to him.
I should very much like to read what he wrote. It's so controversial. It showed an adjustment to the policy on skirts. Oh no, mine is very short too. Oh well.
See that they don't.
Oh, it was a trick.
Friend.
No, alright. I'll see you later.
Ha! Foolish dregs. Set the Colossus free. See how they do with that.
Is this the Colossus? It's also a Cyclops. See, just like that, it's just like the Hunger attack. It's very satisfying.
Well, isn't this a surprise?
Yeah.
Slay the demon, and we can leave this place.
Really? Alright. Though sometimes the best of friends start out as
Battle prowess is quite formidable.
enemies. So,
Well,
yes.
let us palaver.
He's not in a hurry, is he? No, neither am I.
My. Karov will certainly be pleased. You were exemplary. Karov commands from a place the dregs call Temple of the Profane. Under his guidance, it has transformed into a wonder.
Yeah.
We'll reconvene there, where you will participate in the Blood Pilgrimage. If you are to reach Karov, you'll have to partake. I'll have to weave your tale into his. Oh, how exciting! See you there.
I suppose I have to ask this.
Captain Karov banished me for what I wrote. You are my way back into his good graces, huh? Perhaps you can do whatever Karov needs. As his scribe, I've seen his ups and downs, and I know he hungers for an equal, someone worthy of his respect. Your success in the Blood Pilgrimage will be proof of such. Collect the condemned trophy and make your way through the temple streets. Do as Karov once did.
I think it would be easier, Marzon, my friend, since you're so gifted at writing, instead of trying to get back in with good graces with the person who obviously doesn't appreciate it, you would be better suited to use your skill in writing to discredit and undermine his authority and reputation, and therefore usurping him. That's what I would have done. But to each their own. He was probably not that good at writing anyway. Lots of birds in the jungle. Lots of birds. Ooh, fellow sorcerer. I love that armor. Seems we are both the same mind in terms of skills. Let's see, where is... Yes. Temple of the Profane. Is it this one? Right.
This is what you asked for. That'll cover Black Kenyatta.
It's here. This is the place now. It's probably down there in that hole. A forlorn, forgotten, perhaps forgotten, forlorn, forgotten, left behind. Let's apply this skill point. How exciting! A skill point. I never expected that. Into what? Into what? We should get into that, I suppose. Into the master skills. Goodness. A slime jar. It was just a slime jar. The overhang. It's like the movie Tarzan. The Disney movie. With all the... Was it Phil Collins? I think it's Phil Collins. The Phil Collins music. I think that's who it was. Anyway, it's got to be down here. I guess this isn't it. It's just like the name implied, a forlorn burrow. Very apt. I believe I'm going to leave it behind as well. Let's follow this chap. He's probably looking for the same thing, isn't he? And that man has two forces. Yes, yes, this is Spirit Born. This is their jungle, this is their area. Who's this? This is this somewhere around here. Okay, let's see. Looks like we'll have to round the edges like a mouse in a maze. There's a wall, there's a wall, there's a wall. Can't go that way because that's the end of it. There's a wall, there's a wall, there's a wall. Who's that? Who is this? Found it.
Welcome. Welcome to the Temple of the Profane.
Sort of a oxymoron, isn't it? The Temple of the Profane. Whereas there is the sacred and profane. Yeah. They are opposites, yes. I suppose they're trying to be cheeky or clever.
Before we go further, know this. To pass through the temple streets, you'll need to partake in the blood pilgrimage. The rules are quite simple, really. The temple gates require a condemned trophy to pass through. You must take the condemned trophy from Karov's lieutenants, place it in the temple door, and slay those who would claim your prize. It's the only way to navigate the temple, but don't fret. I'll be your guide through all of this. Remember, you need me.
Well, I'm not betting on that, but you may. You probably should.
We have begun the blood pilgrimage. Seek out Karov's lieutenants. They possess the condemned trophy we need to navigate the temple streets.
I'm not sure if street is the right word in this case.
The sacrament! Should you wish to make your blood pilgrimage as Karov did, here's your chance!
What you say, lady? What you say, lady? What you say, lady? What you say, lady? Is it Maria? Is it Carl? You're not spooked to the mouse, are you? I'm trying to spare you my gas. You probably need to take a probiotic. What is it? What's going on, lady? What's going on? What's wrong, Maria? What's wrong? You okay? You okay, Maria? You okay, lady? You sad? You tired? No, or maybe she might need water. I'll go check her water bottle.
That was correct. She needs water. So we go this way then.
Ahead lies Faris, master of flesh sculpting.
Flesh sculpting, but I don't think I've heard that term used in that way before. Very interesting scribe.
Flesh removal is often the final pain of existence, leaving a fleeting soul.
Oh no, one of those.
Slay the non-believer.
The draw, I do. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to say it.
Claim your first condemned trophy. Many will try and stop your progress in the Chamber of Slaughter.
But the contrast between spirit and flesh is actually... it is erroneous. For the body inhabits space inside the soul or the spirit. It is an outgrowth of it. Your hand is different from your foot, but not opposite, and certainly not opposed. But it's a rather costly fault to hate one's flesh for one's spirit. Of course, what most people mean when they say to deny the body or to refuse the flesh is desire. It's what they're referring to, not your physical body, which is a marvel and a wonder. Terms are very important, and they get lost in translation very, very easily. You can just, okay, it doesn't seem like I can get back down. Is that what's supposed to happen? Oh, I see. I've got to take this this slide, eh? As you can see, being dismissive and unappreciative of the flesh makes quite a mess. Lots of poison. Those things are awesome. These things baffle me. Is that some sort of ogre with a little man on his back?
Many try their luck at the Chamber of Slaughter. Most end up flayed and dead.
Sounds like there are many ways to meet that end around here. What shall I do? Get rid of... That's one thing I never one of. Cast a skill after moving. It's the same non-channeled skills in terms of don't really use the normal ones, but it's kind of interesting. It's very interesting. It looks pretty good too. It just seems stupid. Just dumb. Let's see. This is a new one, so it's fear. I like this one better. Oh, the condemned trophy. Do I have that? Do you have that? A skill point. It should be here. There, no? Oh. Let's put it there. Some extra padding. I've put it there. Oh, I should have put it here. Okay. Well, thank you. That was a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting a skill point in this playthrough. It's nice to be surprised.
The drinker has the next condemned trophy. A gift from Karov that he won't part with lightly.
I can't wait to meet Karov. He must be very charismatic.
If you come to challenge me, the trophy is only for his chosen.
Yes. I wouldn't exactly call this man very charismatic.
The closer to Karov we go, the more ire you'll draw. The Chamber of Carnage fells the best warriors, but I believe in you.
I think you're just trying to kill me. And if you do succeed, then you will be back in graces with Mr. Karov. And if you don't succeed, then you'll be back in good graces with Mr. Karov. And I respect that. Alright. Oh dear. Any opticite in that? In it? No. Now, where am I taking this exactly? Maybe up there? Is that what I'm doing? So I'm pretty sure this is antithetical to any of the teachings of Aralyn. And I could be wrong about that. Let's just see here. Teachings of Aralyn. There are Of that persuasion, yes. Or they're more the Cathedral of Light. Well, let's do Akarat first. Akarat. Okay.
Each of them wanting to spread the teachings of Akarat in different ways. Gulia, Advin, and Joellen wrote scriptures that brought his teachings around the world and would lead to the Zakarum and ultimately the Cathedral of Light. Isivete was the founder of the Spiritborn, and I'm not sure about this one, but I believe Tusega was also by her side for that. Years later, in Travinco, a Spiritborn named Iru emerges, helping those who seek to withstand the corruption infecting Sanctuary. This is where we are at in Vessel of Hatred. Eru brings Nirel and the Wanderer, that's you by the way, to the Vault of Light in order to place the Soul Stone within Akarat's body, as his dormant powers would keep the Soul Stone and its occupant Mephisto trapped forever. Yet beneath Eru's devotion lies a hidden agenda. The Vault of Light, once a place of peace, soon becomes the stage for a betrayal. Guided by Akarat's spirit, Nirel releases the Soul Stone onto Akarat's body. The room fills with radiant energy, briefly severing the Soul Stone's connection to Mephisto. But the reprieve is short-lived. Eru, kneeling beside Akarat's body, mutters an apology, and in a sudden urge, opens a dark rift. Mephisto's laughter fills the chamber as Eru reveals his true purpose. He has struck a pact with the Lord of Hatred. In an instant, Eru grasps...
Doesn't sound like
godhood. And it's strongly implied that in Diablo 3, covetous Shen is actually Zay, just In our last episode, we spoke about the age of magic that arose to replace religion, which the people of Sanctuary had enough of after the Sin Wars. We discussed the Mage Clan Wars that put an end to the age of magic and broke people's faith in magic. And today we'll talk about how people once again turned to religion, because I'm sure religion can't be as bad as everyone remembers. Let's give it another try. So with people now having turned against the mage clans, lots of arcane literature, tomes, and scrolls filled with lore were destroyed, presumably through burning. They didn't have paper shadows back then. The people rioted, looting and destroying mage fortresses in an act of anarchy rivaled only by hockey fans after the Stanley Cup. The only mage stronghold to survive was the Ishari Sanctum, the former headquarters of the mage clans. You'd think that would be the one place they'd want to destroy? To this day, the Ishari Sanctum in Chaldean, that's the Act 2 hub in Diablo 3, remains the greatest symbol of mage power. So, again, kind of weird that they didn't tear that down. Now, some mage clans survived this mage apocalypse, albeit in a greatly diminished form. And that's largely thanks to them going into hiding. Contrary to popular belief, you can both run and hide. Now, the Vijeri, the mage clan responsible for just about every bad thing that a mage has ever caused, were among those that managed to survive. But they pinky swore to never again summon demons into Sanctuary and instead focus on elemental magic. Laws were passed to prohibit the use of magic, particularly dark magic, since, prohibition has always been a very successful means of completely eliminating a certain activity.
So that's why we use these elements, to avoid using dark magic.
The average prohibition, because it was enforced by the Vizjaktar, aka the Order of the Mage Slayers, aka Assassins. Yes, the very same assassin that you play as in Diablo 2 is a member of the Vizjaktar. And Natalia, the NPC that you meet in Diablo 2, when you first meet her, is a member of the Vizjaktar. But that won't be for a long time. Currently, we're about 1,300 years before present-day Diablo 3. Now, the Vizjaktar, who henceforth I'll refer to simply as assassins, since I'm not entirely sure I'm even pronouncing that correctly, were a secretive order founded by none other than, wait for it, the Vijeri. Their purpose? To hunt down and destroy rogue mages.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a terrible
it's
problem.
Totally cool that the most powerful mage clan ever is the only one to really retain any semblance of power, and it ensures that no competitors arise through a secret order of uber assassins. Uber assassins. Would those be drivers who are also assassins, or assassins that only kill Uber drivers. Now, the assassins follow a strict code, which is based upon passages from Lam Essen's tome, aka the Black Book of Lam Essen. This is actually a quest item that you have to retrieve in Diablo 2's third act. Now we'll talk a little bit more about Lam Essen and his tome in a bit, because next we need to discuss Akarat. Yep, the very same Akarat that the Crusader won't shut up about. Now, a fact that may surprise some of you is that Akarat came from Shansai, meaning he may have looked something like this. Shansai is an island in northern Sanctuary. This island right here, due to its remote nature, the island's culture developed largely free of outside influence. Shan society is largely controlled by competing great families that each control a portion of the kingdom's economy. You know, kind of like rival gangs sectioning off their turf. And the Shan people
it's royalty, sort of like Buddha was.
59 deities.
Before he was Buddha.
It's a lot of gods to keep track of. Fortunately, the only one they really care about is Zay, the trickster god. And they have many holidays in his honor that involve making a fool of yourself. I feel like there's a joke in here somewhere. But yes, that Zay is the very same Zay from Zay's Stone of Vengeance, the legendary gem in Diablo 3, which is fitting since it's named after the legendary thief Zay before he ascended to godhood. And it's strongly implied that in Diablo 3, covetous Shen is actually Zay just being tricksy, that little scoundrel. But back to Akarat himself. He was said to be a kind man, a selfless man, a compassionate man. Who said this? We don't know. It may have been Akarat himself. He was an ascetic that joined an order that sought enlightenment through peace and meditation, sort of like Buddhism. One night, during a particularly deep meditation session, he had a vision. An angel named Yarius, or Son of Light in Akarat's native tongue, revealed to Akarat the tenets upon which would eventually be founded the Zakarum faith. These tenets stress the need to resist evil and completely embrace the light. The light being a force used by angels and, in later history, holy men such as paladins, crusaders, and templars. The angel appointed Akarat to be the prophet of these teachings, and asked him to travel the lands to spread the word. And so Akarat did. He set out on a grand journey, sailing south to Kejistan, going from city to city, bringing with him the teachings of the light. Imagine that. Imagine having a dream one night in which some mysterious stranger tells you to go preach about some new religion, and you drop everything and devote your life to that. And when you're telling people about this new faith, and someone asks
very
you,
Muhammad
"Hey,
vibe-ish.
how'd you find out about this?" You reply with, "Oh, someone told me in a vision." It's difficult to get people to buy what you're selling. But Akarat must have had 18 charisma because he built up a following. Now, the capital of Kejistan was previously Vizhun, but that city was destroyed during the Mage Clan Wars. So the new capital at the time of Akarat's arrival was Kurast, the town hub in Diablo 2 Act 3. And the people of Kurast embraced Akarat's teachings, and they sent disciples throughout Kejistan to spread the word. And eventually Akarat was satisfied that he had spread the word of the light to as many people as he reasonably could, and so he disappeared into the jungles of Kejistan, never to be seen again. Or would he? No, he would not. And who can blame him? Those jungle maps in Diablo 2 were always so convoluted. Now, in the years after his disappearance, Akarat's message lived on, preached by a few devout followers of his. Akarat had never set out to create an organized religion. He had never given a name to his faith. But eventually, the term Zakarum came to be used to describe followers of his ideals. Because the word
Well, there you have it. I don't think he would be much for mutilation and whatever else you're up to, and the drug taking and all of that. But, it's the trouble with interpreting scripture. You can say whatever you want it to say. Oh, look. He's doing that. Oh.
I brought you.
Be silent, Scribbler. We have a guest.
Oh.
We've seen such horrors, you and I. Eh, Wanderer? There was no greater horror than when heaven stood silent as Inarius was butchered. You must know the tale well. How could they abandon him, I cried. How dare they abandon us?
Now, I wasn't expecting that. How marvelous.
No. Prepared to end the eternal conflict. But angels know only contempt for humanity. And so we were permitted only to fail.
I think
now I am a man beyond the lies of faith. Beyond the promises of vain angels. When you triumph here, burn it all down. See nothing is left. Swear it.
I swear.
Well, I think he's overthinking it. Well, there are angels who care dearly for humanity, although I'm quite perplexed. Why Tyrael isn't here? Where did he go? It's not like him to just leave and not say anything. But apparently that's what happened. So I understand you might get that impression. It is quite false. However, there are some real dirtbag asshole angels, let me tell you. But it's not fair to judge an entire... what would you call them? Race? Species? Well, anyway, it's not fair to judge them all by a couple of bad apples. And Inarius is probably one of the most exceptionally warped angels I have ever encountered. He gave off definite Malthael vibes. Which is a terrible thing. Can you imagine? You devote yourself to a religion, and then its God comes back. A real angel. And he's an asshole. And then he dies. That would have a profound impact on the psyche. Very unstabling. You know, that's why I always say, Aralyn, you've got to be careful where you place your devotion. You've got to be careful. And anything in a book is immediately suspect. Was that it then? I guess that's it. Well, that's fun. Undercity. What is that? Walls of hatred. Undercity. And what time is it? 8:50. We're going to retire at 9:30. There is work in the morning. Yes, I'm positive that... Oh, but you know, he wasn't a devotee of Akarat. He was a devotee of Inarius. This all does make sense. Yeah. He was really a very pro-capital punishment sort of fellow. And I do think he didn't have very high regard for humanity. Such as he invented the religion to save them from themselves, I'm sure. Yes. Inarius is not a very good example of what an angel should be. They falter. They are seemingly perfect, but nothing is truly without fault. Let's see. We could just get more favors. Right. How about that? Sir Gregory. Be a good final. What else? He can be difficult. Let's see. Of the site levels. Right. We've got some of the site to spend. First, let's junk the trunk. It's not that special. Oh. What's my staff? Yes, I don't like this. I don't. Basic attack speed. Stats. I'm getting rid of it. Intelligence speed and attack speed. Intelligence and attack speed. Nope. 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 Endurant faith. Can't get enough of those. Right, so which one do we keep and which one do we throw away? I've got this one. It's got 50, 250, 6, and 21. This one's 43, 244, 14. Again, 50, 250, 6, and 21. It's 43, so that one's not as good. That one's not as good. That one's better. Lucky hit chances are safe. And I believe this one's the better one. Reduced by 10%. Reduced by 10%, please. Yes. Oh. Yes, this one is the weakest link. Why can't I use that source? I use focuses all the time.
My skill is unmatched. You'll see.
You welcome me when no one else would.
Mm-hmm. Now, perhaps we should get them all up to stars. Before trying to level any one up fully. It might be spreading it too thin, though. If anything gets to 4 stars first, it should be this.
Forge awaits your return.
Are you telling customers that barbarians made those sharpie swords of yours?
It's only when I'm struggling with sales.
You know, friend, if you are caught, they'll cut off those sly hands.
I wonder who he's talking to. Maybe this man? Oh, a pile of clothes. Blood-soaked. Oh, from refugees. And this is a huge cannibal problem. It's terrible. It really is, you know. Deserted. makes people desperate. And when the situation becomes even more desperate, so do they. But there's not to excuse anything. It's really out of line. It'd be one thing if they ate each other, but they go around eating everyone else. That's not fair.
When can we go home? Cat bar juice smells like smoke. The food is too salty, and yak fur is itchy.
Shush. This is home now.
Oh, so it's cold here. I never really got that, but it is, isn't it? It's cold here. I'm really out of touch with temperature, I admit. Mostly because I am constantly dealing with forces that where I create my own temperature. Well, they are a guard for hire, Mr. Innkeeper.
The mercenaries are decent with a blade, but those greedy canyon adders are always raising their prices. Nobody should have to pay for safety.
No. I'm afraid there's a price for everything. Nothing is free, even that which is free. It's given to you free, and it costs someone else something, even if it didn't cost you anything. Even if that is the case, you're certainly going to be hard-pressed to find someone who'd be willing to arrange that type of deal in exchange for security.
All the crying and worry of Ghoul-Run survivors is scaring off buyers.
Let's have some compassion.
I would rather have coin.
You know what Jesus said? But old Jesus, very wise. Those who have will gain much, and those who have not will lose what they have. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but it's close. To those who have, more will be given. To those who have not, even what they have will be taken away. Yes. It's a state of mind, you know. I guess it's cold here. You know, I thought I felt something earlier when I got to town. Maybe that's what cold is. Well, I guess we should really be dress with more discretion anyway. I do like that one. I love this one. Of course I do. And it's different from this one. How? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2? I don't know. They seem the same to me. Drives me nuts. The same thing with the hats. All those Maleficent hats, and they're all the same. It takes up 3 slots. Sort of my go-to. Still a little bit of skin showing. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. This is very tasteful. very tasteful, very simple and humble. Change the, since wandering around with Akarat and all. My, those pants are wonderful. Only because they're covered up by the shawl. Yeah, that'll work. Oh yes, much better. Much more tasteful.
Be alert. Bandits haunt the roads around here.
I've gathered as much. Let's just go wander around, see what happens.
You chose violence. Me too.
Oh yes, I do, don't I? Suppose that's the whole point of throwing lightning out of your hands. This gentleman seems lost. Oh, look at that. One of those bandits she was talking about. I'm just going on a walk, you know. Seeing where life takes us. Missed it. Missed it again. Missed it again. Oh, I think you have to... Oh. And got bombed. Look, stolen supplies. How many of these do you have to do? A quarry. ahead and stand on that. It's useful to have another waypoint around here. Okay. Nope. Maybe I could teleport up. I think it's if your mana is a certain level, that's what triggers. I really should pay attention more. And this is Faro Brew. Faro Brew. Yes, it's definitely cold here. I have 10 potions, it's interesting. I think it's some added bonus.
No more place now. The smell, the taste, I won't eat it, no.
Oh, Yun, it's a Mies, Zolaya. I'm here. We are not in Guran. You're safe. You're from Guran.
No. Get away from me.
Are you all right?
She was fine when we left, but today she just snapped. I have an idea to calm her, but I can't leave her alone like this. Maybe you could help. I kept a stash of uncommon medicinal herbs in the hideout, in the caves northwest of here. The tea I made with them was Oyun's favorite. Perhaps the smell would help ground her, and it should help her settle her stomach. Take this. Fill it with the herbs if they're still there. Please hurry.
Stay here. I'll return soon.
Right. So, if I do go get the tea, and the bottle you've given me seems to imply it's not that much, it's at best going to be a surface remedy, like putting a band-aid on a severed leg. She most likely has some sort of insanity. You're sure she didn't eat any of the flesh? Yeah, perhaps not. Yes, I believe she's going to be somewhat fragile for a while. Tea or no tea.
Ready for a massacre?
Aren't we? Wonder what that is. Shining star? What is that? Oops. It looks like someone tried to free him from his flesh. See, and that's the end result of not respecting your body. The body. Again, like skinning and breaking your hand because it offends your foot, which it doesn't. They're part of the same thing. I think it's time for me to retire. Farewell, fellow wanderers. I'll see you again next time in Sanctuary.